Hamilton's sneaky tricks. Last year, Lewis Hamilton unexpectedly faced tough competition from Russell, and it seems that this trend is continuing in the 2023 campaign. However, recent reports suggest that Hamilton may be deliberately giving Russell hope, only to snatch it away once he has the right car. As Hamilton waits for his team to provide him with decent machinery, there is a possibility that Russell may fall down in Mercedes' pecking order as the old fox aims to regain his position as the rightful champion. Stick around as we explore Hamilton's cunning tactics of wearing Russell down and creating a perfect storm scenario for the foreseeable future. Last year, Russell became a member of the Silver Arrows team, which struggled to extract performance from the W13, which was deemed by the Mercedes team as one of the worst cars to come out of Brackley. However, when Hamilton and Russell raced with the W14 in the first race of the current season, Hamilton quickly applied the same label to this year's challenger. But it appears that Hamilton is intentionally creating this perception, and if there is one thing he excels at, it's outperforming his teammates by any means necessary. Currently, Hamilton is finding it difficult to outperform Russell, as the younger Briton outscored the 7-time world champion by 35 points in the 2022 season. Adding to this dynamic, Russell was the only driver who managed to secure one pole position and one race win for the team in their challenging season, which makes him the driver on whom Mercedes was heavily relying to deliver the desired results. In addition to his responsibilities at Mercedes, Russell also has a lot of off-track duties, such as serving as the president of the GPDA, a role he took on during his time at Williams, and to be honest, he has been doing an excellent job in this role. Russell has been vocal in criticizing certain decisions made by the FIA, and although his approach can come across as arrogant at times, he has made valid points on behalf of himself and his fellow drivers. Nonetheless, Hamilton may be attempting to leverage Russell's off-track duties to his own advantage. Additionally, you may have observed that whenever both Mercedes drivers are asked a question, Hamilton seems content to let Russell answer, which begs the question, why would a 7-time world champion allow a driver in only his second year with the team to act as the spokesperson for the team? However, according to Tom Clarkson, this is all part of a grand plan, as he explains. In the press conference in Australia after qualifying, they'd qualified second and third in Melbourne, Max of course on pole, and every time a question was posed to both of the Mercedes drivers, Lewis was quite happy for George to answer the question. He almost became the spokesperson for the team in that press conference, and I was interested as to why Lewis was happy to just sit back and let that happen. I don't know whether he's sort of keeping his powder dry. Is he trying to sort of give him a sort of false hope of being the dominant person, and then he's going to really hit him hard where it matters most on the stopwatch later on? I don't know what his thought process was, but it was interesting anyway to observe that he very much let George be the man. Hamilton is known for not allowing anyone else to become the alpha male or the man in the team, which was evident in his first season with McLaren, where he went head-to-head with 2-time world champion Alonso and refused to back down. Similarly, in 2016, he engaged in a fierce battle against Rosberg, his childhood friend and rival, and although he ultimately lost that battle, he had previously won the 2 championships against Rosberg, who retired after winning his first and only championship. This raises the question of why Hamilton is seemingly relinquishing control to Russell, who is achieving solid results and taking on team responsibilities. The answer may lie in Hamilton's desire to remain calm and level-headed, because Formula One is an extremely demanding sport, and drivers like Bottas and Rosberg have paid a heavy price for going head-to-head with Hamilton. In addition to outperforming Hamilton on a regular basis, which Russell has been doing frequently in recent times, he also has to juggle numerous extracurricular activities, such as his role as the president of the GBTA. These responsibilities can take a significant toll on a driver's mental focus and overall well-being, and it's very possible that Russell's busy schedule may not be optimal for maintaining his mental clarity and focus, which could impact his performance on the track. Yes, it seems like Damon Hill shares the same opinion as Tom Clarkson regarding Hamilton's approach towards Russell, as he suggests that Hamilton is playing a political game by allowing Russell to take on the team's responsibilities and be the spokesperson for the team. He believes that Hamilton is doing this deliberately to take the pressure off himself and focus on his own driving. Hill also notes that it's a smart move by Hamilton, as it allows him to keep his head down and avoid unnecessary distractions. We, drivers, are competitive, And we are kind of political as well. You have to be aware of rising forces or rising empires within the team. George has to make himself a valued asset of the team, and he's obviously doing that really well. But at the same time, he's the one that has to do all the hard work. I think Lewis doesn't have to. Mercedes know what they've got with Lewis, and they know that given half a sniff of a chance, he's going to be back on top form and can deliver those extraordinary races. They know that George can do that too, but he has yet to prove all that. George is also the director of the GBDA, so he's got a big workload. George, he's taken on quite a lot, but I think Lewis's strategy has always been to remove as many distractions as possible and leave time for downtime and clarity. This is a very interesting perspective. Why, you might ask? Well, it's certainly possible that Hamilton is playing a long game by allowing Russell to take on more responsibilities and potentially burning him out mentally, while also positioning himself as the more experienced and accomplished driver. This could be a way for Hamilton to maintain his dominance within the team and secure his status as the #1 driver, even if Mercedes is not currently competing for the championship. It will be interesting to see how this dynamic plays out over the course of the season and beyond. It's clear that both Hamilton and Russell are competitive and determined drivers, and a battle between them will continue to be an interesting one to watch, but it's important to note that teamwork is also crucial in Formula One, and ultimately the success of Mercedes as a team depends on both drivers working together towards a common goal. Whether Hamilton's strategy to wear down Russell will pay off remains to be seen, but it's important to remember that the ultimate goal is to win races and championships as a team, not just as individuals. It's true that Russell has shown potential to become a leader in the Mercedes team in the future. However, it's important to note that the decision of who becomes the team's leader will depend on many factors, such as their performance on track, their ability to handle the pressure of leading a team, and their compatibility with the team's culture and goals. As for Hamilton's retirement, it's hard to predict when it will happen. While he has previously stated that he doesn't plan to race beyond his 40th year, he also said that he would like to continue racing as long as he feels competitive and enjoys the sport. Ultimately, the decision of when to retire will be up to him, and it will depend on many factors, including his physical and mental condition, his motivation to continue racing, and his personal goals. It's true that Russell needs to prove himself against Hamilton in a highly competitive car before he can be considered a true contender for the championship. The pressure of being in a top team and going up against a 7-time world champion is immense, and Russell will need to maintain his mental focus and resilience to succeed. He also needs to continue to develop his driving skills and work on his weaknesses to compete at the highest level. And while it's clear that he has the talent and potential to be a future champion, it will take time and hard work to get there. What do you think? Can Russell effectively replace Hamilton as the star Mercedes driver? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and see you next time!